Hi. So these video series that I'm making are to discuss things in science and ideas about science. And some of the things that I've come across and had confirmed throughout my research, going through old books and patents, and putting two and two together to figure out what's been going on for the last century. From our education system, it's what's being withheld in our education system and the forbidden things of science that they don't talk about or teach. Some of that stuff being withheld by military for military reasons, but overall keeping us all in the situation we're in, having to beg and rely on government that's really doing nothing for the people except costing you taxes. And you can see that evidenced by the debt here in the United States. Totally out of control. Mismanagement. What I wanted to talk to you about in this video is about Nikola Tesla's automaton and how it relates to the way things are today and how they've been for the last century, pretty much. That was I believe that was a late 1800s, early 1900s invention. There was a lot of stuff going on during World War II and prior to World War II. And what World War II was about. There was things that were done over in Germany that the people were producing stuff to help the people themselves. The folks. Volkswagen. And you also had later on Yugo. Volkswagen also had a car started in the 1980s. Volkswagen Rabbit diesel getting 50 miles to the gallon. There's not that many 50 mile to gallon vehicles these days. You can go to electric, and depending on the different ways and calculations, could be covering up what you're actually getting as far as mileage. But back to the automaton. Different things that were developed by Nikola Tesla, and this stuff leads to stuff with Einstein and lost technologies and stuff related to the Manhattan Project too that ended up getting developed, and some other things related to that, which I'm not going to get into everything. But as far as the automaton, in today's world, the automaton some of us might think of as our phone, but it's you. Your interaction from the phone and or signals stimulating you through the phone and or radio towers. Not just cell phone towers, but transmission towers from different parts of corporations. Now, there's another part of science that I've known about for a long time. I've never talked about it. And that's an ability to communicate with metal. Almost like an ESP type of thing. You could say knowing what's wrong with that metal. It's communication on breaking point, and today's high frequencies can be reflecting off of things, and some people can pick up on certain things, having an almost what you could say a natural instinct. Now, that's not something for anyone to be tapping into on someone's personal privacy, because that can lead to some very sensitive things that may not be good for your own military. I'm just trying to point out something here, that the human being is entitled to their human rights of privacy that should not be invaded by any government or technological operations or development for any reason. There are people here on this platform that know who I am. I've worked with some of them. I used to be a truck driver. That was my occupation regularly. Many of my coworkers used to ask me to drive their vehicles to find out what's wrong with it. There's a mechanic out there who was also surprised. I found 7 cracked frames in our fleet. Not just by visual observation. There's some things I've known for a long time, but I have come across confirmation of different technological type things and the effects of advancing certain technologies that may or may not be good for the average human. There's a lot of things that get overlooked by corporate advancement and greed without thinking of certain consequences of some of those advancements. Not everyone in the corporate world and science and college has the know-how or understanding of everything to look for. I don't, but I look at things in a different view. I'm not college educated. I have no degree other than my high school diploma. But the things I come across in them old books and doing years of research confirm some of the things I've already known. But I'm also finding out some things that the government should have disclosed to me throughout my life instead of wasting my time. Thanks for watching.